It is still Sunday, January 19th. Gonna keep this one rolling. All right, y'all. Something might be wrong with my microphone. I'm not sure. It might be a connection thing. So, like, I keep wearing it, but my videos, the audio is not sounding right. So, forgive me if I'm still sounding kind of wrong. I'll fix it. Maybe it's time for a new one. I'll take suggestions for reasonably priced. Okay. All right. Mother of three, oldest is in college right now. Okay. And my stuff always comes last. Mom's needs always come last. Like, I'll have my pajamas, I'll have my same ones for years so I can make sure that, parent stuff, you know how it goes. You come last. Anyway, I don't want to overcook it because I've already made goodness knows how many videos already between the platforms, specifically regarding the talk. But let me just, we'll start with this. We'll start with, again, just reminding everyone that this person specifically thanked two things. They thanked Starlink and First Boyfriend, and they thanked the talk. In fact, today at his victory party that he actually did show up to, I wasn't sure what was going on with that because we weren't sure, right? They said they're canceling the parade, they're canceling the military flyover, all these other things, so we weren't sure about the victory rally. It ran late, like, again, not huge. There were a couple thousand people there, but there were more people there for the Women's March than for his thing, okay? Again, his support is not real, it's online, and that's why it was so important to them that it's streamed online as opposed to people being able to see it in person. Because you can just have all 20 million bots hop in the comment section and talk about how much they love this for America. And that's what they're going to do. Or at least that's what they plan to do. Now that every outlet is pretty much owned by them or working with them. But yeah, he just announced again today. He spoke specifically about Pennsylvania, which I found interesting because I keep circling back to that, where I keep going, remember how he had said there's cheating and there's fraud when it was still blue, and then as soon as it started pinging red, he didn't say anything else until it was done. But it was like he expected something, and he got flustered when he didn't see it right away, and then once it kicked in, whatever, then he was fine. And so it's just funny that that's the example he brought up again tonight. It's like he remembers it too. Like, yeah, I remember when it almost looked like it wasn't gonna happen. It almost looked like maybe it wouldn't work. And then we ended up winning it all by a huge landslide because he knows the voting count computers so very well. And no, it's not a surprise. Yes, we know. They've admitted it again and again. They've bragged about it. I have to believe that it's part of Operation Just Let Them Fucking Talk, because that's the only thing that makes sense. I refuse to believe that no one in the government gives a shit about any of that, and everyone's just like, fine, it has to be part of something else. Otherwise, yeah, we're like super cooked. It's cooked to the point of, why are you thinking you get an opportunity in 4 years? Like that, I keep saying that's the real Delulu. But anyway, separate from that, so we're seeing the meta integrations, which were showing up before the outage. And yes, I asked the IT folks, I'm like, what do you guys think that's about? And a lot of folks are really like some sort of merger, upgrade, something like that, update, whatever. And, I'm going to trust those folks because I don't know. However, I just want to say again that if the alternative theory is true and the talk is not truly Red Hat, the talk is going in as the flipped agent, the double agent, whatever, then the chain of events would remain the same. Like, they would still do these things because the rule of thumb is play along. So to get the most information, I mean, wouldn't it be beneficial to have meetings with them directly, to make them feel comfortable, to offer them some sort of compromise? Let's work together. I can't beat you. You're right. I can't beat you. I'm going to join you. And, oh yeah, let's work something out. I don't think they're doing like, I could be wrong. It might be a purchase. I know they're talking about, it doesn't say CEO next to you, and Is it going to be, is Meta purchasing it because they're seeing all the integrations or the opportunities to link? And I'm not sure. Maybe, I guess we'll find out. But I feel like it's more of a cooperative deal where they're working something out where they're feeling beneficial. They're feeling like they're getting enough out of it on the Zucky side, the Muskie side, whatever, that they're cool with this, at least as an interim, thing, like a stepping stone. And I mean, that would be a good way to really plug in and get any outstanding missing information about how things were working on these other platforms, because we already know how the talk has been filled with bots and whatnot. I can only imagine that they've had discussions about specifically that, their AI profiles and their prompts and their directives and how it's working and how many they have and, what the end result is. And wouldn't it just be interesting if someone happened to be in the room for some of those conversations? And, so it's why in the other videos I was like, it really all depends on what the true relationship is between Shu and Muscatina. Because if it's truly a middle finger, like screw you, dude, situation, my bet is flip. my bet is retribution 100%. But if they've actually been cool, or if this dude really has been more focused on American billionaire success than anything else, and he wants to become his own superpower that sits up there with the other ones, then sure, yes, I see it as them making the final reveal, as showing us all that surprise, we're also right-wing. But again, not really a surprise, because the moderators have been, like when they moved things to the US, that was the first shift. So on the two alternative like options here, that's either the first shift because they truly are red hat and that was them slow boiling and going in that direction, and you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference, would you? Because if you do the job right, it's going to be undetectable either way. But, or that is a way to, again, collect information, collect data to understand the operations and how they wanted it run. They meaning Muscatina, Zucky Baby, all those, what they were already doing, how they wanted it run, what dumped you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the direct firsthand information and probably use that to, protect themselves, because internationally other countries have had similar intel of that place being used to spread information, and whether they knew it or not, separate, but still it was being used that way. So I don't know, just keeps rolling around how many experts said we were sitting at the end of that like decade-long social media experience and its range of influence on the public, and how deep that rabbit hole can go. And obviously, yeah, it's pretty deep, to the point where you've got a team of people that are like, we've got a foolproof system that will put anyone you want in office, between our millions, tens of millions of supporters we can supply to you that are going to fight for you online, which is where most of the information sharing is these days. We're going to make sure all your shit is popping up everywhere. We're going to suppress your opposition. We're going to push you out there. And when at the end of the day, when folks are going into the boxes, we got a little something over there to make sure that no matter what, you will always have more than enough. And in fact, we can even run some numbers and print out a little map that's going to tell you exactly what the end result should be. That's how good our product is, guaranteed. You in? They took that. They shopped that with those nations that are in the G7 and now saying they want to take expeditious action against certain things related to that specifically, and a certain first boyfriend who was doing it already and offering to do it in their countries for their tests as well. So yeah, let's see what tomorrow brings, y'all. But no matter what, we gonna be here.